because I think it's an advisory body, as you rightly said, and a forum for the exchange of ideas and so on. And hopefully you would build consensus. I think it was a body that was set up, to enable the EC inform the political parties of its decisions and so on. Naturally, when you're going to a registration process and so on, you are required to inform the parties 21 days before the election and spell out the modalities. And it's always better to do this, without face-to-face rather than putting it out in writing or putting up a public notice. So we do not find Ipac to be interfering, but we find that there are certain elements in the society who are trying to impose Ipac on the commission and trying to, really reduce or malign the independence or water down the independence of the Constitution, of the EC. The commission takes its roots and its mandate from the Constitution. And nowhere in the law does it say that the EC should be bound by the advice of any other body. Indeed, it says that the EC cannot be bound by the advice of anybody. And the fact that we are stakeholders doesn't mean that people can turn the law and tilt it and misinform the public. Because I do find people, a journalist came to me the other day and he said, if you don't build consensus as Ipac, it will affect the work of the EC. Yes, it's great to build consensus, but if you cannot build consensus amongst everybody, it doesn't affect the work of the EC. The EC is an independent body. It doesn't derive its powers from any individual. It derives its powers from the Constitution. And I think it's important that we state it, and therefore people can cast, insinuations and put out falsehoods to try to, impose their will or on the commission. It won't work. So, yes, I'm sure that will be with us for a long time to come, but the EC, I believe that, we've been entrusted in this position, and we do a lot of research and a lot of discussion and dialogue before decisions are taken. A typical one is what we discussed with the mode of registration for, the district level elections. I mean, naturally, everybody would want to have the polling station at their doorstep, and it's the ideal situation. But here we are, you have a proposal before you of $56 million, and you are being asked to, sign it so that we can refurbish obsolete kits and procure a few new ones. And you bring in a biometric consultant, and mind you, this consultant is the consultant that advised the EC in 2011 when the decision was taken to go biometric. So he designed the architecture and everything. The EC brings him in and says, this is a proposal before us. We are being forced to sign it. We are saying we want to know more. So he does his analysis and he says, no, from 2011 to date, technology has evolved. Who gets a brand new Samsung of 2019 and says, I like the 2011 one, and it's more expensive. And if you have to refurbish it, very expensive to refurbish and, even to procure. I mean, it doesn't add up. So we were of the view that no, we are not going to go that route. Nothing binds us. And especially when you do not, nothing binds us, and especially when you do not have a contract. These are proposals that are before you, and you can decide to take it or leave it. I think what we intend to do is to ensure value for money. Our elections, like Dr. Bosman said, have been said to be the highest. It's not a label that you like. I mean, what is it that makes it expensive? It is some of these unnecessary costs that are going to people's pockets. And we must promote efficiency whilst reducing costs and promoting value for money. There's no need to put money in the pockets, unearned money in the pockets of individuals while the taxpayer suffers. And these are some of the things that we are working to streamline.